Yo, what's up, everybody? How's your day? Talking about some fishing lures. So we have a few. I'm gonna move the tripod up a little bit. Let's see, 5'8" right now. There, we moved it to 6 foot. Awesome. Well, what's up, everybody? So in today's video, we're just gonna try to go over. I don't know. Well, let's go over these rod and reel combos. I'm actually pretty excited to see if we can actually, get to it. That's what I want to, honestly. So this is just a nice bag of lures. I have a bunch of different lures. We're in my backyard right now. It's just beautiful out, so I figured might as well do a live stream. We're gonna go over some interesting stuff today. A lot of very, very controversial things in the fishing community. Different lures and such, if they're worth it, if they're overrated, if they're underrated. Kind of give you my opinion. We've been doing a lot of this recently. Just have not been able to go fishing. I'm hoping I can convince my parents to go fishing tonight. Hoping is the keyword there. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Just kind of talking about some of the brands we have today. We have BKK, Circle, or we have J Hooks to talk about today. We have, what is it? Live Bottom, a couple other different, like, what is it? Brands, what is it? Live Bottom, NLBN, Live Target, Jonah Lures, a couple other ones. A bunch of different ones today. I'm just excited to see what you guys think and what y'all's opinion about the topic is. But yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys think about these different brands. I'm gonna put the camera down a little bit so it's not like that. Should be a little bit better. Yeah, that should be better. But yeah, what's up, everybody? So we're just gonna talk about some of these lures. I'm trying to decide which one to start out with. Hey, what's up, Edward? Nice to see you. What's up, Liam? Or Liam. I see you in the chat. Hey, what's up, Demon? I'm trying to pronounce your name. Nice to see you guys in the chat. Make sure you guys subscribe. So, what is your opinion on these lures, basically? What's up, Tori? This is Live Bottom. I just got these today. Hey, what's up, Colton? Let's see. We have a bunch. Can I do a backflip? I cannot do a backflip. Where am I? I am in Florida. So these are Live Bottom. And these are pretty cool. These are what's like a trolling bait. So you troll these. Can I go fishing today right now? I'm trying to convince my parents to let me go fishing today. I'm trying. I bought quite a bit today. We have a lot to go over. But yeah, these are Live Bottom. They're really cool. Like I said, we're kind of going over. If you guys have experience with Live Bottom, give me like a 1-to-10 ratio on how you like them. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. Yeah, Live Bottom's pretty good. I've had pretty good experience. Or Live Target, my bad. Live Target, I've had pretty good experience with. And that's one of the ones. It's a mullet. I'm not going to open them up because, well, I don't feel like opening a brand new thing. Yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe. So we're going to go over this right here. So this is, in my opinion, the most underrated fishing brand ever, bro. This is called Live Bottom. So Live Bottom is a great brand. This was $2.99 for 3 jig heads. These are 3/8 ounce. Incredible. And I feel like these are 9 out of 10 because they make rod, reels. They make a lot. And one of the reasons that I like these so much is the Live Bottom hooks are actually Mustad, as you can see on the back. Mustad makes the hooks that they apply. So it's so sharp, it's incredible. And this is just exactly how I like to rig them up. I own so many pairs of these. I probably use like 100. I buy thousands of dollars worth of jig heads a year. So this right here is an incredible purchase. Number one, it's cheaper than the competition. Number two, it looks better. I like to pair my jig heads. So in the chat, let me know, Live Bottom, from 1 to 10, what is your favorite or your best experience? 1 out of 10. What's up, Get Hook? Nice to see you in the chat. Yeah, live bottom works really well. It's Tyler, nice to see you in the chat. It's a lot of different like lures and stuff. We have a couple other ones. What's up, David? Yeah, let me know in the chat what you guys think of live bottom lures. This is the entire company itself. Live bottom is performance fishing. We have them a lot in Florida, especially like central, southern Florida. What's up, Xander? See you in the chat. Edward said 100. Yeah. Sorry for trolling. You're good, Tyler. You're good. But yeah, we have a bunch of different stuff. Another really underrated company, in my opinion. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. What's up, Tom? Yeah, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, but I just like to talk about their gear. Yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe. This is Jonah Lures. You're a cool guy. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you. I try to be nonchalant and cool, which I feel like the world needs more of that, honestly. But yeah, this is Jonah Lure Works. Go check them out. They're incredible. I got these today. A 5-pack of paddle tails for, yeah, Mossy Oak. I'm repping the Mossy Oak right now. I love it. I should be wearing my actual merch. Fish living in dream life much? Ha. Yeah. Don't use them jigs? Yeah. So biggest fish, David? 300-pound Goliath grouper. Caught it under a cruise ship. Big boy. But yeah, Jonah Lure works pretty well. What's up, Jimmy? I like them. I've caught tarpon, or hooked good tarpon on these. I've caught Spanish mackerel and a bunch of other stuff. I catch pretty good fish on these. They're pretty underrated in my opinion. I got these for $2.49 for 5 lures. These are 3-inch paddle tails. Incredible price. You can't do much better than that. Yeah, it's a really cool. We have different colors. I'm gonna go grab them out. Let me know in the chat what's your experience with Jonah Lures, or if you've ever heard of them, because I always like to see what the community likes to see. My favorite color that I bought today, which I didn't even know they had these. That's the wrong one. I bought a lot of stuff today. Yeah, shout out to Sportsman's Wholesale. Try them? Yeah, you can see, I'm trying to get the other one. There we go. So these are the different types that I bought today. This is pretty much their selection of 3-inch paddle tails. You got the wonderful shad color. Yeah, go follow Jonah Lure Works. Told them River Rat Life sent you. This one, you got the kind of starting. We got the one I just showed you. And then we got the purple. In my opinion, I feel like the best for any like type of fishing is probably going to be this right here, because it mimics mullets, shad, pilchards, a bunch of different. You can't get much better than this. In my opinion, it's scent infused, it floats, it's super tough, and it's super stretchy too. So this entire like thing works incredible. Yeah, Jonah Lures is just an incredible company. I use their stuff a lot. I don't use their jig heads much. I don't really use anything but 3 inches for what I fish with. I use some of the bigger like NLBNs for that. I like the purple. Yeah, purple is such an underrated color for fishing. Snook Happy, one of my subscribers, is a great YouTuber. Check him out. He catches a lot of snook on the NLBN version of this, and they're incredible. So that's Jonah Lures. So we're gonna get to something very interesting, and this is quite, you know what, I'm gonna save the controversial one for last. This is Savage Gear. Savage Gear is pretty perfectly great in my opinion. These are the Savage Gear crabs. This is pretty cool. I really like them. They're pretty decent. They're 3D, so they actually scan these crabs. So they scanned crabs and made the exact thing. So each crab is the exact same, but they chose like a little sand crab. So they're molting crabs, quote unquote. Hey, what's the biggest fish I've ever caught, Phil? Or biggest bass and catfish? My PB bass is 8.5 pounds, and my PB catfish 20 pounds, I think. I'm not a freshwater fisherman. I fish saltwater. That's why a lot of this stuff is big, like crabs. But yeah, we have a lot of big fish in Florida, saltwater mostly. Yeah. So in what kind of catfish? It was a blue catfish, Phil. It was a pretty nice blue catfish too. We caught it in South Florida of all places. We're trying to catch peacock bass, and we caught what was it? Blue Cat. So in the chat, let me know your experience with Savage Gear 1 to 10. I personally will give their company like an 8.5. It's pretty good. It's not 10. It's honestly no company's 10. There's always flaws in it. The only problem that I truthfully have with Savage Gear is, number one, it is pretty expensive. Number two, it is not the best for like durability. I have used a lot of their mullet stuff, but I do break a lot of their lures on rocks. The treble hook popped off a couple of times when we were fishing Venice jetties, so you have to keep that in mind too. That's why I personally like to fish paddle tails or K-tails, because they like to go like this. Wide receiver. Jimmy, what you doing, brother? Yeah. Let me know in the chat what you guys think of Savage Gear. What saltwater fish do you normally catch? Like, is there biggest saltwater fish? So the biggest saltwater fish is probably just sharks, honestly. We do catch a lot of sharks around here. I personally fish for what's called the top 5 around here, which is redfish, black drum, snook, tarpon, and trout. So the most sought after is tarpon. Trout is probably the least sought after. It's still a lot of fun to catch, but they're not trash fish. They're actually really fun to catch. You also have your like other fish that are pretty nice to catch, but they're not up there in the caliber, which is your mangrove snapper, your Spanish mackerel, your king mackerel, your pompano. Pompano rigs and whiting rigs we have a lot of in Florida. But general saltwater fishing, that's it. I fish brackish. I live, like, the river is literally, like, 3 minutes that way. Or not 3 minutes, like, I guess it is actually, like, pretty close to that, 3 to 5 minutes away. I have a lake literally 3-5 minutes away, too. So I'm surrounded by water. So it's Florida for you. Do you use live bait or do I use the fake ones? So I use live bait, cut bait, fake, artificial. It just depends, honestly. Depends on what I'm fishing for is the most important thing. When you're fishing for redfish, I always go for live bait or dead bait. When you're fishing for tarpon, I always almost throw artificial lures at them, but I do catch them on like live bait. Snook, I always try to catch with live bait. It's the biggest fish I ever caught. 300-pound Goliath grouper, Tyler. It was a big boy. Oh, free sticker. I didn't even realize. Savage Gear sticker. Yeah, we have a lot going right now. Yeah, it was some big fish. So, we're going to get to the final. So, this one's pretty cool. These are Chara. These are Creature Science Super Slides. These are the BKK circle hooks. I like them. I don't use them as often, honestly. I probably should use them more. What's the craziest bait I've ever used? What was that? I've used crab before. I've used like acorns to try to catch fish. What else? I'm trying to think of some crazy stuff. I've used stingray for bait before. I think probably the craziest thing that I've used for bait is honestly just like it's called a pilchard, but this pilchard was so messed up, bro. It was like split in half, but still alive. It was so weird. But yeah, these are pretty cool hooks. So what you do is you put them like that. Foot locker, bro, that is ancient times, bro. I don't even remember the last time I've heard of foot locker. That's like 35 to 45 is when you used to use foot locker. I'm not that old. I look older than I am, just trust that. But yeah, this is pretty cool circle hooks. Or not, they're not circle hooks, they're called creature hooks. So you put them through here. As a brand, I give BKK, even though they're really up there with like the caliber of Mustad in Florida, not really around the globe like Mustad is. But yeah, I give the company like an 8. I like them. They're not terrible, but they're not also like blow me out of the water. They're also quite expensive too, like really expensive. This pack of 7 hooks was originally $6, but I got it for $2.50 today because local tackle store had a 50% deal going, which I didn't even know until I bought it. Alrighty guys, let me know in the chat, talk for a little bit before we get to the super controversial lure. Let me know what your favorite lure is down in the chat and what your favorite lure to fish with is. Fishing poles. Bill, what I probably use for fishing poles the most is, if you're going for freshwater, I suggest Lew's. Oh, goodness gracious, Jimmy. But yeah, Lew's is probably the best for freshwater. Just if you're just fishing freshwater. Saltwater, I like to go with the top 5 being Daiwa, Shimano, and Penn. So in my opinion, the best bang for your buck is a Shimano. Shimano is pretty good company. You have your Shimano FX, $20. But if you're going for something that's going to last a while, I prefer the Penn Fierce or the Penn Battle. So Penn is good, Shimano is good, Daiwa. So the top 5 companies that we have here in Florida, I would say, is Lew's, Shimano, Abu Garcia, Daiwa, and Penn. It's kind of how they work. I've talked with Penn and Daiwa or Shimano before. It's crazy. They're like sponsorship, quote unquote, is wild. They have such high standards. It's the craziest fishing spot I've ever fished. Oh, I have a couple pretty crazy ones. I fished under a cruise ship pretty much. I fished. Probably the craziest place I've ever fished was probably, I was fishing this place called, what was it? Venice Beach, and the jetty there isn't crazy, and it was storming. It wasn't thundering or lightning, but it was 25-mile-per-hour wind, crazy waves, 6 to 8 feet, and I was on the jetty trying to catch a snook. This is our last day we had there, and I fished for about an hour and a half. The wind in my face, and I was getting I'm not tiny at all, and the wind was pushing me back, and the waves were crashing into me. Oh yeah, that's another place behind the power plant. I've caught 2-headed catfish back there. It was wild. I'm trying to think of any other wonderful places I fish that are crazy. Oliver Canal is pretty cool. It's not really crazy. It's average, I would say. South Florida, pretty cool. Thumbnail. For Jimmy, I don't know what you want, my friend. But yeah, there's a lot of different crazy spots I fished. Okay guys, I think we're gonna get to our final bait, and then we'll do a Q&A because, well, you guys seem to enjoy it. This is by far the most controversial bait in all of fishing right now, or most controversial brand in all of fishing. This is the NLBN lures. This is the Homer Simpson color, I'm pretty sure. It's yellow. I've never seen a yellow NLBN before. So my favorite freshwater fish, what is my favorite freshwater fish to catch? That would probably be, probably peacock bass or clown fish. They're a lot of fun to catch. But yeah, these are NLBN lures. I love NLBN. I probably love more than I should. NLBN, great company. I give them a 9 on my scale just because NLBN works really well for all different types of species. So these are the 4-inch K-tails, so they're pretty good. So you hook them through here, and you put what's called a weedless Ned on the front of it, or a bullet weight, depending on how fancy you want to get with it. You go like this in the water, and this is good for bass and finesse fishing. So what finesse fishing is in Florida is you get a 7'1" rod, you send it under the mangroves, and you flick it. For tarpon, snook, and redfish is typically what you fish for with these. Snook love K-tails. What's the weirdest looking fish I've got? Man, it's a pretty hard one, honestly. I've got some weird looking fish. I feel like the flower horn snook that I caught was crazy. It had a huge noggin. It was crazy. Oh, probably a ribbon eel, honestly. Ribbon eels are, I think it's actually ribbon fish. They're like an eel. They're ugly, and they're just nasty looking. They look like snakes. I've caught more eels. I've caught freshwater eels too that look like they're snakes. Hey, River Rat Life with the admins, with the wonderful dono. Thank you. Crazy, dude. Ribbon fish. Ew, yeah. My mom does not love ribbon fish. Yeah, thank you, admins. I promise I'm the best fisherman for the job. Don't fire me, please. Please don't fire me. But yeah, let me know what you guys like about NLBNs and if they're overrated or not. Put it in the chat. Have you ever caught an alligator gar? Oh man. Jimmy, I don't know what you're doing. So I've caught one alligator gar. It wasn't very big. It was like 3 feet long, which is not very big in alligator gar standards. But they're a lot of fun to catch. I've caught a lot more. Hey, Tom with the $10. Thank you, W in the chat for Tom, guys. Thank you guys so much for the donos. Awesome. But yeah, it's St. Augustine, Florida. I've fished St. Augustine before. I've never catch anything. Yeah, DOAs are. I think DOAs are actually pretty good. Fish fries are great too. Yeah, they're pretty rated equally. I feel like they're a little bit underrated. Do I believe in God? Yes, I am a Christian. So basically, a lot of the stuff that we have in my channel is so much different lures. We have so many different lures. NLBN, DOA, live bottom. I own probably $14,000 worth of just tackle. Like, between my family tackle boxes, this stuff, it's not easy, honestly. The camera moved. It went from the 5'11" to the 6 foot. That's why it looks weird. We have so much, and I test so many different products that I find. I basically go to Bass Pro or something, look for something for a video, and buy it. It's pretty much one of those things that is crazy. Do I like gaming generally? I do game sometimes. I like FC 25, 26, FIFA, whatever you want to call it. Hey, what's up, Dominic? You're a little late, but better late than never, bud. Yeah, we have a bunch of stuff. We have our Homer Simpson colored NLBNs right here. Let me know what your experience down below in the chat with NLBN is. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have a bunch of times we use this. I play some fishing games. Yeah, Dominic, you're always better. We have a bunch of different just like lures that we use. We're gonna go back to the beginning because I kind of went over a few lures before anybody really got here. So we're gonna get to, where is it? There he is. These are called live bottom. Ever play Fishing Planet? I have not. I played Fishing Master 5000 game on Switch, and what is it? Thanks, mother. I fish artificial every time I go fishing. Every time I go fishing, I have 3 rods. I call it the rule of thirds. I have one far out, one close in, one with a lure. And my mother likes to take advantage of that and steal my pole that I'm not using and try to catch fish on my pole. Just to clarify that. Wink, wink. So, Live Target, a pretty good brand. I'm not gonna open it yet. But as you can see, this is extremely hard plastic like that. So if you squeeze it really hard, it doesn't make an indentation at all. The top one is because it got squished in the car somehow. But yeah, so this goes like this across the water as fast as you can. It shows you on the back that it has an exoskeleton. Inner core says, the inner core design and innovation of Live Target that takes realism to a new level. Through a specialized injection process like an inner core encapsulates in a soft exoskeleton, creating an action, vibrant realism that shakes in the water. This great technology allows for a alluring metallic flash which separates the bait from soft plastic lures that typically appear muted underwater. Which, that was a mouthful to read, but you know what? I read it. Well, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe on all of your accounts because, man, I need a subscribe. I'm just messing around, guys. But thank you guys for watching. Enjoy. Peace out.